Worst cities tonight with Brenda Socrates. Baton Rouge, a topic that no one knows about but will know about and slowly start to hate after today. What is the most dreaded thing for any child on a Monday morning? That's right, school. Well, this horrible city has one of the least effective education systems in America. In fact, every East Baton Rouge Parish High School, with the exception of Baton Rouge Magnet High School, has been graded a D or an F. Comparing the school to Scullin is like comparing Justin Bieber to Beyonce, because one of them makes you want to gouge your eardrums out, and the other makes you want to shed tears of joy. In fact, 74% of 4th graders and 78% of 8th graders aren't up to their standard in their literacy. Now, this may be due to the fact that property taxes in that area aren't as high as they should be, or that they don't get enough funding from the government. But either way, it's a horrible place for kids to learn. But it's an even worse place for anybody to live in. This city has one of the highest crime rates in America. Look at this crime rate index taken in 2012. This basically says that the average crime in America is not greater than the average crime in Baton Rouge. Look at another poll taken by the same website in 2012. This says that white and African American is the dominant culture in Baton Rouge, which basically explains why there's such a high crime rate. This says that diversity is not an option in Baton Rouge, which makes it very hard for people to understand each other and for people to understand what kind of culture they are living in. There are so many murders that, in an actual news statement, they said a missing Baton Rouge couple was found dead in the backseat of a pickup truck at a truck stop. Now, as horrible as that is, we must ask ourselves, how does this affect the people living there? Well, they have to be living in a constant form of fear. Because if you let your guard down for even a minute, you could risk being attacked. Imagine feeling like you would when you break a lamp and your mom is about to come through the door. All the time. I personally would be scared. I would start hyperventilating and blabbering, and I wouldn't calm down. But, in conclusion, basically, we have two legitimate reasons to hate, and I mean loathe, Baton Rouge. The education is not effective or efficient, and it's almost fatal to live there. But ladies and gentlemen, do we stop there? No, we don't. There is more. The climate in Baton Rouge is also horrible. It's constantly hot and humid. Look at this high and low in Baton Rouge. It never goes below 90. And the precipitation, using this chart, never goes below 6 inches on a monthly average. Now, this may be due to the pollution in Baton Rouge taken by this poll for pollution. This basically says that the average pollution in America for each type of pollution is not that much different than the average pollution for Baton Rouge. Because of its large economic standing, it contains a lot of factories, which does not fare well for the atmosphere. It's like breathing in a pack of cigarettes every day, or being Katniss Everdeen every day living in District 12. But not only does this happen, but it happens all the time, which is the true problem for Baton Rouge. How we could fix this is we could try and incorporate more diversity into Baton Rouge, which would allow for less crime rates and maybe more energy-efficient ideas. Thank you, and that was Worst Cities Tonight with Brenda Socrates.